everybody, and welcome to Moto3's Italian Grand Prix here at the Mugello World Circuit. This fantastic venue has been on MotoGP's calendars for donkey's years, and it never fails to deliver. Let's take a look then at the Grand Prix watch-along coverage of Moto3's Italian Grand Prix. What a difference 24 hours makes. 24 hours ago, this track was a lake. Now it's basking in sunshine once again. Here's the starting grid for Moto3. Dennis Oncho pole position alongside him is Sasaki and Hologado. Row 2 sees Bertoletti, Rossi and Marcia starting in 6th position. Andrea Migno starts in 7th as well. Then it's Faurizio in 8th, Scott Ogden in 9th. Alonso is 10th, Suzuki is 11th, Kaito Toba takes over in 12th position. 13th on the grid as well, then comes in with Jose Andrea Ruda. Then it's Romano Ferrati as well in 15th position alongside Yakanama. 16th Colin Vija. Then Farino is in 17th. Aggi starts 18th on the grid. 19th for Joshua Whiteley. Anna Carisso starts in 20th position. And then 21st for Joel Kelso. 22nd on the grid for Dino Monrella, 23rd Stefano Nepa, 24th Artegas, 25th for Ortola, 26th Perez, 27th Salvador, and 28th for Luca Lonetta as well. Grid penalties for riders 10, 21, 38, 43, 48, 58, 66 and 82, and a long lap penalty for riders 10, 21, 38, 43, 48, 58, 66 and 82, and long lap penalty for riders 38 is a second penalty as well. Irresponsible riding during the previous session in qualifying. So that is going to be Diego Monrella, Javier Artegas, Ivan Ortola, Luca Lonetta, Stefano Nepa, Joel Kelso, David Salvador as well, all have to take the long lap penalty in this race, plus more. There is a lot of opportunity to mess up in this race for Moto3. Track temperature looking okay at the moment, as you can see. So we're not too worried about what it's going to be. Temperature is 23 to 25 degrees. Track temperature around about 29, but could rise up as well. 75% humidity. That's looking to stay the same throughout the day as well here as they come down. Fresh rubber being laid down this morning in the 10-minute warm-up session after the rain that washed everything away yesterday after qualifying. So they've got a lot to look forward to. They've got a lot of work to do coming into this one, and I'm really looking forward to it. Looks to be another exciting race here for the Moto3 campaign to get underway. Nobody exactly knows what we are going to be seeing, and fingers crossed, it's going to be good. We're waiting, you're waiting, everyone is waiting. Look at that at the moment, actually, parts of the track, it's at 34 degrees. That's an insane amount of lift that's happening over both parts of the track, so they're still keeping dead-eyed still out there on the circuit, ready and willing to see what is going to come next. I'm perplexed, by the way, by my voice levels. I was just double checking that I am actually coming through on the bus mixer. Double yellow flag on the way to the grid then, and we're just looking at the FIA light panels that have been installed here. Daniel Hologado leads the championship then by 21 points to Ortola and Marcia, 63 each apiece. Monrella is on 59. He's 22 points back. What's going to happen in today's race? That's the key question we need to ask ourselves, and the key question that we need to see coming in. 17 laps ahead of us then. That is a total of 89.165 kilometres around Mugello. The third race of the weekend is about to get underway, and everyone just lining up. Looks good to me. Thumbs up, ready to go. Everyone in position. Green flag at the back. All eyes to the lights. Oh, hang on. We've got a rider with an arm up in the middle of the field. Are they going to abort the start? They won't delay it. I think is it Roman Fenati? I think in the 55, starting further back. Yes, it's Roman Fenati who's stalled on the grid and he's been pushed off. We'll have to start the race in the pit lane then. We won't abort the start or anything. We'll just wait for that green flag to come out. Here we go then. Lights are on. Round 6 of Moto3 is go. Quick start for everyone then. Caught a few of them by surprise, but it's an amazing start from Dennis Onchu. Trying to come through on the inside as well. Here comes Matteo Bertoletti. Minio coming through as well as we run out towards turn number 1. This is the critical point. 4 riders side by side. Riccardo Rossi trying to hold on for 3rd position. Sasaki up into 2nd position. But Nika loses out to Rossi. Right now, Hologado. Daniel Hologado, take your hat off. From 3rd to 2nd after dropping back into 6th before turn 1. A great little dive bomb to get back in position and gain at the start as well. Several riders changing in the mid-packs as well. Remember, we're going to have the timing screen lighting up with the amount of people having to take the long lap penalties. And Fenati is indeed starting from the pit lane, as we thought he might. Onchu leads, Hologado, Sasaki. Then we see Faurizio, Masia, Rossi, Alonso, Suzuki, Minio, Vigia, the top 10 as we come through Savel into Acrobiata 1 and 2 as well. That turns 8 and 9. And Onchu leads. Hologado, Sasaki, Faurizio, Masia, Rossi, Alonso, Suzuki as well. No jump start to everybody, which is great news. A bit of dirt flying out from the sides of the track there as well as they try and come down the hill through in Scarpira and Palagino as well through turn 11. It's a good getaway. It's a nice run. As Monrella to 10th position, Vigia to 11th as well, Bertoletti and then Ogden 12th and 13th. Do try and keep together. We don't want any other mistakes as Alonso passes Riccardo Rossi in 6th position, Ortola up to 14th, Yamanaka in 15th position. Onto the braking zone they come then, trying to keep on the, I don't want to say attack, but it's that offensive, defensive position that you know they like to push you on and keep on in total. So a lot of action still going on as we cross the line. Sasaki trying to have a look then. The top 3 riding together, and that's Onchu going to get mugged by Hologado on the inside line. Sasaki's going to try and go later onto the brakes into Sandonto, and he can't do it. Hologado keeps the lead of the race on the inside. The number 96 as Monrella. There you go, look, long lap penalty. They start now to crop up from race control. And then Ortola, long lap penalty. Look, this is it. Now we've got Artegas, Netta, Nepa, Kelso, Perez, Salvador flashing up on the timing monitor. It's more like a Christmas tree being lit up right now as well here in Moto3. We knew it was going to happen. We knew we were expecting it. We knew we weren't going to see the correct information. Look at that. The timing screen literally gone whoppa with the amount that it's taken on. Hologado on the defensive. They've got to find a way through. I want to say cautiously, wildly accelerating. That's the case. Sasaki can't be stuck behind Hologado the entire race. Hologado's been leading the championship as 3 wide coming into Scarpira on the inside of 53. Got a yellow flag in that 3rd sector. It's Javier Artegas and Filippo Faroli who have both crashed out of the race. So Artegas is out and Faroli is also out of the race. So have they gone down together? I think they've gone down exactly together. Yeah, so they've crashed in the 3rd sector. So we'd have to red flag the race with 16 goes. The yellow flags actually come in. We've stayed in a green flag position. And yeah, Filippo Faroli is out too. Hologado leading this race. Onchu in P2. Sasaki in 3rd. Masia 4th as we enter the last corner then at the Bouchain. And and it's a 2-rider crash. And we've got medics on with a stretchered off as well. That's Faroli, so the stretcher must be coming for Javier Artegas. I don't like that at all. And Artegas then walking away. I'm not surprised. Well, that's at Acrobiata. Ortola's done the long lap penalty. That's been completed. Masia goes from 4th to 1st at turn 1. I hope everyone's okay down there. That looks like it's been down in Acrobiata 2, which nobody wants to crash at. It's a high part of the track. There's no yellows. Let's hope that by the time we get there in a few moments' time, everyone's moved out that way and the riders are okay, but still, no red flags. I keep saying it. Moto3, Moto2, MotoGP. The MotoGP world could do with a safety car. That would be good, so we can just deploy it, make sure everyone's okay, then bring it back in. Or, if a safety car's not right, a full course yellow system. A virtual safety car or a full course yellow would suit MotoGP racing a lot because everyone can just slow down, make sure everything's okay and all fine. I don't know why we're still in the bye-bye era of racing as well. Then again, Dorna never really listened to anybody and try and stop everybody and run it their own way as well. As proves with this, as again side-by-side Hologado and then onto... Oh, who was that flying off the track at high speeds? Someone's gone off at the top of our monitors. I'm trying to take a look and see who it is. I think it's just someone running across the gravel track. Hologado leads. Repassing Masia and Onchu saying to Sasaki, follow me, let's run it together, you just follow, he's doing like that, you follow in behind me and we're okay. Diego Monrella takes his long lap penalty and drops down from 9th to 12th position, as several of the riders have got to do in this race after a qualifying nightmare beforehand. Hologado just keeping the lead of the race then. Masia Onchu, Sasaki Alonso closing in. A lot of exit speed. And away we go up the straight once more. What can we see from the 53 of Dennis Onchu? Can he get ahead of Masia? Masia is in the tow of Hologado, who pulls the outside. Now Masia is in a tow, and now really it's in Ferroli and Artegas to investigate after the race. By the way, the incident from the stewards is coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 riders side by side towards turn 1, and it's Onchu who's come out the leader somehow. Alonso to 4th as well. They're all just trading positions left, right, centre. We cannot get a close enough run between them all. They are so energetically close together. It is frankly unbelievable. 14 laps to go. Artegas now. I'm just trying to look where he is because I've just got a message in my ear about him. Has he completed his lap penalty? I think he has. I think they have. So all looking okay then. Several riders got to have penalties. Way up the gas of Alonso, looking a little bit unstable for David Alonso, running in 4th position. Daniel Hologado running in 5th position. What did I say about Javier Artegas as well? There we are, down in 8th, yeah, out of the race, and he's in the medical centre. That was what I just got told from my ears. So Javier Artegas has been taken to the medical centre for checkup, so has Ferroli as well. So both of them going to get the medical treatment. Fingers crossed they're all okay. The top 8 are the battling group here with 2.348 seconds between Fabrizio and Ruda in 9th position. So it is Onchu who has got the advantage here out front. Excuse me. There we get Ferroli taken to the medical centre for a checkup. I was trying to say something, but you know when you get air gets in your throat, so excuse me there. So Ferroli has been taken to medical centre, so is Artegas. Fingers crossed they're both okay. And now we see Sasaki in the tow with Onchu. They've pulled down around about the 6th, 10th gap to the ones to Masia and Alonso. So they've spread out a little bit. Fastest lap for Sasaki, 1:56.298. Into the braking zone. And again, Sasaki briefly had the lead, but can't keep the attack, can't keep the suspense side by side without more problems ensuing. Ensuing? No one. Onchu, followed by Sasaki into the braking zone for turns 4 and 5. Maserati at 4. Borg San Lorenzo. Monrella has completed his long lap penalty according to my tracker up here in the commentary box, which is fantastic news, because that's the last thing we wanted to see was anything change over in positions. 13 laps to go, and I just have a little bit of a whoa moment, and that's why. And again, Onchu. Well, it happened to Masia, and now it's just happened to Onchu. Onchu nearly dropping it, coming through Acquabiata 1 and 2, and Sasaki now right back with him, along with Masia, Alonso, Hologado, all coming in the top 5. Now separated by a second to Suzuki, Rossi, Fabrizio as well. And Suzuki's dropped down to 8th position. He was the rider who made that mistake a few seconds ago. And now he's really starting to pay for it. Dropping down several positions out here on the track. Well, we thought he might. We knew he might. And it turns out it's actually happened. So they need to get that sorted. Fabrizio has been given a long lap penalty now as the battling ensures. The battling goes on, I'm going to say from now on. 1.442 between the top 5. That's Hologado and Rossi. 5th and 6th. That's the gap between them. Salvador's completed his long lap penalty as well. So that's Lorenzo Salvador with a long lap penalty complete. There it is. That's David Salvador, sorry, as well. And Mario Anchi has been given a track limits warning, and so has Scott Ogden. So they've all been given track limits warnings. And into turn 1, Sasaki leads. Second for Hologado. Masia down to 3rd, battling with the 53 of Onchu. Goes back on the inside for 3rd position. This is great. You don't know where to look. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm counting about 5. Sasaki in the lead. Hologado looking through on the inside line. One mistake and it's all over. This is only lap 6 of 17, remember. We've got still 12 laps to go. 12 tours around this circuit as it's getting hotter and hotter in this commentary box as well. That's because the light's on directly above me in a boiling hot summer. Yeah, not great, is it? Trying to do this. I need a bigger fan up here in the commentary box. That's what I need as well. Just I know where to put it as well, and just breeze for the rest of the weekend, because it's going to get a little bit more tricky to do the commentary on. 12 laps to go. Sasaki by 0.2 of a second to Hologado. Then it's Onchu and Masia together. Otherwise Alonso just with a 1/10 of a second gap. So everyone is fighting. Everyone is desperately trying to say, no, I'll go through here. But it's like the gentleman's excuse me. It's after you, after you, after you. No, after you. And it's like they're just not running a normal Moto3 race, which is all bunched up together. They're split up in loads of different angles. Sure, it's fun to watch, but yeah. Braking zone. Swings it in. Another lap complete then. This is where the not boring part, but the annoying part of Moto3 comes in, where there isn't really much to do. Just roll my sleeves up for a little bit. Get a bit of oxygen breathing. And now Onchu is looking to the inside of Hologado, coming towards turn number 1. Macias where within 4 wide into turn 1 and San Benito. It's going to be Sasaki on top. Macia takes 2nd. Hologado and Onchu 3rd and 4th. And now 4th for Hologado. Onchu goes through back into 2nd position. But Sasaki has taken the lead. Macia was 150 miles per hour down that straight. 242 kilometres an hour, and Masia desperately wants it back. He's trying to look on the inside to Onchu. Not going to work there. Salvador's completed his long lap penalty, and that is the last one on the board. Okay, so that's the last one on the scheduled limits that have to be done, which is fantastic news coming into this race. 11 laps to go as they fly up towards the line. Getting fun, this. Way up. Sasaki, Garcia getting a bit toast. Oh, look at Onchu. Onchu's just said to Hologado, stay back, stay back. Why is he not there? What's happening? Sasaki had the lead. And now Onchu back in front. So Onchu making mistakes. Sasaki's not liking this. They're starting to get a little bit nervous. A little bit of the wrong moves. A little bit, not sometimes they say tetchy, but they're just getting it, aren't they? Slowly, they're starting to feel the pressure. They're starting to understand exactly what is going wrong. And they don't like it. They don't want it to go wrong. They can't have it go wrong. So fingers crossed it's going to be, I want to say calm, but nothing's ever calm in Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP. 10 to go as we cross the line. Starting lap 8 of 17, and here comes Sasaki right round the outside, takes it away. Once again, Macias on the inside line down towards turn number 1, so through they go again. The 2 Red Bull KTMs, 1 for Tech 3, 1 for Ijo, being under pressure. Macia down to 4th, again, Onchu takes 2nd and does the cut back at the exit of San Benito, goes on the outside into turn 2 and Luco, and Onchu takes the lead away from Sasaki once again. Bertoletti up to 9th, Yamanaka up into 10th, Ortola, Monrella, Ruda down to 13th. Vija is on 14th, Toba 15th. And this is a replay. A super close-up of them, with Dennis Onchu following in with Sasaki behind. And how close do you want it? How nice is that to see as well? Super tight between them all. As we cut back, 10 laps to go. Onchu, Sasaki, Hologado, Masia, Alonso, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've now got 3.1 seconds to Riccardo Rossi and his little train coming through. I just missed a brilliant opportunity to say something there, but I'm not going to say it about Riccardo Rossi. No, I don't even like. It's a typical early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s saying for a group of people, and I don't really like that. I'm not going to say it. Doesn't feel right thinking about it, me saying it, so I'm not going to do it. As you see, Onchu ahead now. They've put out half a second gap, Onchu and Sasaki. And Hologado has been given a track limits warning as they fly through. Whoops. Hologado nearly dropping it as well there, coming through. Daniel Hologado, there we go, look, we just saw it. Oh, yellow sector 4. White sector 4. Who's dropped off? Sasaki's taking the lead down towards turn 1 across the line though. Sasaki passes Onchu and it is Joel Kelso. Kelso has crashed out as it's towards turn number 1. A brilliant look at the drone cameras there as Sasaki passed Onchu, and then Onchu's repassed him into turn 1. Joel Kelso has crashed out at turn 15. That's the last corner, the Buchanan corner at the bush. And he's walking away, airbag's gone off. At least he's okay. Gravel trap does slow you down, but it is quite hard to hit it, so at least the airbag's gone off. Let's take a look. Is it a high side? Oh, hello, he's dropped on entry and goes for a nasty little barrel roll there. I hope he's okay. He was in a bit of pain, but he's walking. Oh, that's good to see. But that's Joel Kelso out of the race. A lot of racing action continuing on. 9 laps to go then here for Moto3's Italian Grand Prix. Round 6 of the season. Then round 7 coming up next weekend, the German Grand Prix, round 8. Then a week later in Assen, a triple header for Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP to get in on the action. And we can't wait either to go into the summer break. No racing in July at all. After that, we go to the British Grand Prix at Silverstone to be even more exciting about the action as well. July seems to be a whole Formula 1 affair, so that's going to be fun to see on touring cars at the end of the month. Monrella up the inside, passing Riccardo Rossi. And Frizzo has been given a track limits warning as well. So, Telio Frizzo, a track limits warning. Can't see why it hasn't flashed up yet with what part of the track he's cut the corner at. Usually race control messages do that, but you see the same thing I do. Timing tower as well as messages. As across the line they come then. That's the... I'm trying to have a look. That's the 44 out of the way, isn't it? So that is... That's not Artegas, isn't it? So who's being lapped? It's the 24. Yellow sector 4. What's happened? And it's Perez who's dropping down the timing street. So has Perez stopped? Has he crashed? Crash. Yeah, Vicente Perez has crashed out of the race. Onchu leads, Sasaki, Masia, Hologado, Alonso. But Perez has crashed out of the race as they come through. I just think Sasaki put his hands up every now and then as well, just to double check that you don't want to make any mistakes as well. As they come in. Oh, hello. Is that a crash or is... I can't see anything as a crash there. Perez has stopped with a technical issue. Oh, okay. For Bone Motorsports. So it's a technical issue, which is why he stopped. Okay, bizarre, but we'll accept it. And Yakanama has been given a track limits warning as well. Several track limits warnings coming through. Oh, Suzuki down to 8th position. Bertolelli and Yamanaka getting through on him there. So there's been a few changes in positions. Timing screen's smaller than normal as well, so I'm having difficulty reading the names on the boards. Usually it's on a different monitor, but I really have to tell it. Diego Monrella dropped down to 8th. Yamanaka down to 9th, but with track limits warning as well, as we know. So a few of them not finding the issues, but creating them, it seems, which I'm finding absolutely bizarre. Masia in 3rd position, under a bit of pressure. Sasaki takes the lead. Onchu under the attack as they come into the braking zone for turn number 1. Alonso, he's there too. Is Alonso going to try anything? No. That's good. Sasaki from Onchu. Now Onchu back in front on the inside line at the exit of turn 1. He sweeps through. Another great comeback from Dennis Onchu. And with Hologado being in 4th position as well, this puts the championship now to 18 points. Closes up the top 4 to 33 in the gap. Hologado 97, Masia 79, Ortoga 73. So I'm liking it. I'm liking the way this race is developing. I'm liking how the championship is being changed by small positions on the circuit. Small little changes here and there is having an effect on the way we run the Moto3 Championship. And that's what you all like to see in motorsport. So Onchu, Sasaki, Masia. Then 0.3 of a second. Hologado, Alonso, 6 seconds to Ortola, Manuel, and the rest of the field all bring down. You can see the gaps live on your timing screens as they come through. And again, everyone flashing up as we just keep an eye on it. Waiting for the track noise to come back up actually from the side of the circuit. There you go. And Yamanaka has taken, I believe... Well, has he gone off the track? What's happened? He got track limits warning, but Yamanaka has got down to 17th place. So Yamanaka has dropped all the way back. So he's having the race from hell, isn't he? Here comes Sasaki once again on Onchu across the line. And he just breezes through. Barely has to move. In fact, it was Onchu moved out of the way for him, trying to break the toe. Here comes Masia for second. And slots in front of Onchu. But Masia's going to have to go for it as well. 3 wide into the braking zone. Masia takes the lead. Sasaki's going to go down to second. Onchu to third. Suzuki's been given a track limits warning. But it is one Masia who leads here in Moto3. And Suzuki, track limits warning as well. From race direction. So, and that's going to be coming up then. From the controls. Rude has passed Scott Ogden. Ogden's in 15th place actually, so points will be there for Michael Laverty's team, the Vision Track Racing. So some positives coming from all of this. But Masia versus Sasaki. So tight between them. And Onchu just tailing the back. He's waiting to jump. He's waiting to go, right, all of that. Oh, what's this? Fanati, track limits warning as well. Just flashed up on our screens at 11, 26, 30. Fanati, track limits warning. On the inside then. Well, hello. This is further back. This is Monrella. This is over 6th position. So this is the battle we're not seeing. That's even better. Monrella, Rossi, Bertoletti, Suzuki, Ortola, Vietti, Toba, Frizzo, Ruda, all of them in a battle over 6th position. This is the way the race is. Not the ball up front as Sasaki takes the lead away from Masia again. This is a typical Moto3 race now happening in the middle of the pack. Everybody just going attack, attack, attack. Just sort of jump, and everyone's going to say, well, how high do you want us to jump? How high are you going to be expecting this race to go on for? A lot of action now in the braking zone. Are you enjoying this? We hope so, because this race is absolutely enthralling. Sasaki leads, Masia second, Onchu third, but here comes Daniel Hologado. Right round the outside of all 3 of them. It's 4 wide into the braking zone for turn 1. And that's going to be contacted. They're not careful as well. And they're all changing back. Red Bulls hit the front. 53. Onchu leads. Hologado second. Sasaki down to third. Masia to fourth. 4 wide into turn 1 with 5 to go. This is more like Moto3. This is more like what we like to see in the series. Cool, calm racing with an expert punch. Expert hits up as well. 5 to go. Onchu Hologado, Sasaki, Masia, Alonso in P5. So Alonso could actually be in the back of this as well. David Alonso could be on for his first ever win. Say the BT Sport guys talking about that in my ear. On board with Juan Masia. He's in 4th. The field now just closing back up as I'm enjoying that cream soda. We've got a P in the commentary box. So, Onchu in 11th position. Sorry, Onchu leading the race, but this is Sasaki trying to pass Hologado for second, down in towards, I believe this is turn 13. This is turn 13 out of Corminto, and he's got him. Hologado to second. Sasaki nearly had him, but didn't get through in the second phase of the overtake through Bieldetti 1 and 2. Up towards turn 15, then the last corner on the circuit. Are we going to see anybody having an attack? No. So this will be 4 laps to go in this race. And who is going to have the attack that we need to see? Meantime, further back, look at the gaps between everybody as well. Let's just work it out for a second, shall we? It's across the line. Sasaki's going to try and get past Hologado. Live Championship standings puts Hologado 28 points ahead of Masia right now. That's insane as Stefano Nepa passes Bertoletti and Toba. Meantime, into turn 1. Hologado nearly hits Onchu. Onchu forced to go deep and gets pushed out to the back. Just comes out alongside Masia. Gets through on Alonso as well. Puts him back up into 3rd position. Hologado leads. Sasaki 2nd. Onchu 3rd. After being forced out wide. And Hologado might get a warning for that from the stewards for unfair play. Pretty much is forcing a rider off the track as well. Let's take another look at it. So Onchu's on the outside. Hologado comes across and doesn't give Onchu enough braking room. So that is effectively forcing another rider off the track. Hello. Bertoletti up to 8th position as well. Fruitsart to 13th, passing Vija. Air temperature now at 26 degrees. So that's risen. So that stopped at the bottom of me, our weather tracker. Thanks for that air temperature for telling us as well. Yamanaka's pass for Colin Vija as well. That timing tower's flashing up nicely, isn't it? A lot of action coming in useful. As air temperature at 26 degrees, so they are still working on it. They're still thinking of other way rounds that they can play this. As Luminetta passes up the inside. Okay. We're enjoying this one. You're enjoying this one. Back at home. Fingers crossed that we're going to have a cool rest of this one. And no one's going to be any the wiser. 3 to go. And it looks to be an exciting 3 to go. Everyone's woken up now. And the racing battles seem to want to come alive now. As down the start-finish straight we go once more. Hologado from Sasaki. They all pull out to do their own individual toes. Sasaki takes the lead and will lead a lap. He leads lap 14 as we start lap 15. Sasaki, Hologado, Alonso. He's practicing the toe, the pull-out. As into the braking zone we go for turn 1. Hologado takes the lead. Sasaki down to 2nd position. And Onchu just can't find a way through. Can't find the position he wants to. Again, under pressure, under attack. Alonso's at the back of this train. Has he got anything that he wants to fight in with this? Frizzo and Vija having a little bit of a battle there. Frizzo now alongside on the inside line. Hello, what's happened? Yamanaka in 11th, Toba in 12th. The time, I hope you're keeping up with the time on the left, because I'm just keeping up with what's happening with the TV pictures at the moment. It's quite hard to tell in the middle of the field. Toba's past Yamanaka. Argy's past Joshua Whiteley as well. 5 riders at the front of this one as they come through Akabiata 1 and 2 at the top of the hill. And this is again where we see Sasaki coming through and having a little bit of a party. He's thinking about it on the inside line, coming in towards Scarpera. No. Hologado's got the lead of this one. Will he have the lead of this one by the end of it? If he goes down, the championship does change. Not by much, but it does give it a little bit of a nice nudge. Oh, and Hologado's gone wide. Sasaki slips through. Look at that. Onchu's going, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's waving his hand around like crazy. So Sasaki now leads. Hologado under attack by Onchu. And Masia on the inside. 5 riders. And now Alonso's going to try and stick around the outside at turn 15. You don't get many attempts to practice this one. You don't get many attempts to actually realise what's going to happen next. Down we go once more. Across the line. Hologano's under pressure from Onchu. That time Sasaki survived the attack. Here comes Masia to the inside. 4 wide again into turn 1. Masia hasn't backed out of it. He goes through on the inside of Sasaki. Goes a bit too deep. Controls the middle line. Masia hits the front. Sasaki to second. Onchu third. Hologano fourth. As they try and run through this race, Masia has been given a conduct warning. Oh, okay. That's new. I'm surprised that wasn't given to Daniel Hologano. Sasaki, conduct warning. Okay. So are we going to see something from Hologano now for forcing Onchu off the track? Nope, hasn't flashed up. Well, Freddie Spencer once again, well done. Daniel Hologano, conduct warning. Freddie, I take it back. Nicely done, guys. Because that was a bit too close to pushing Onchu off the track. And David Alonso's been given a conduct warning as well. Nothing for Onchu then. Unless that's going to throw it from race control now. No, it hasn't. So Onchu's the only one who's... Oh, hey, never mind. Dennis Onchu done a conduct warning. What? Okay. The only one I can see that's fair is Hologano. But the rest of them, that's getting a little bit much now to give all of them a conduct warning. This is a race, Freddie. This is a race. Oh, do you know what? I'm vastly saying, oh, hang on, 2 off. Visa track with this already. No, okay, just reshuffling the timings. 2 names to drop down the timing sheets, but that's it. This is a race, I'm afraid. This is not there. Oh, what's happening now? Everyone's moving over. This is a Grand Prix. You shouldn't be given conduct warnings for things that aren't dangerous. This is a race. But the only one that was dangerous was Hologano giving Onchu no room into the braking zone. To give all of them the penalty? All of them a warning? No. Definitely not. Last lap of the call then of the Moto3 Grand Prix. This is where it all kicks off. Onchu's on the inside of Masia. Oh! Onchu hits the side of Masia as Hologano breezes through on the inside line. And now Onchu's really angry. He's sending around the outside of Hologano. David Alonso is trying to go for third position, cutting back on the inside line. Into turn 2 and Luco. Hologano's gone for the inside line. He takes the lead away from Sasaki, who went wide. Got a little bit of a touch. So, Hologano leads. Here comes Onchu. He gets to the inside. 4 wide into turn 3 and 4. Under the brakes, through Maserati. 5 at Sandborg Lorenzo. Hologano leads, Onchu second, Sasaki in third, fourth, now third Alonso, now third Sasaki, fourth Alonso, Masia still back in fifth. Hologano versus Onchu for the win then. Unless Sasaki can do something. Into Acrobiata 1. Rise up the hill to Acrobiata 2 before the Scarpira corner. Oh! Beautiful move from Onchu. He forces his way past Daniel Hologano at the second part of Acrobiata. Fantastic. Alonso's attacking Sasaki. Masia's having a little look. Nothing there. Into Palgio as well. Nothing. What about Cornitello as well down at turn 12? Nothing. Sasaki's on the inside of Hologano. Into the braking zone for turn number 12. Can't do it. Onchu's got the run. It's going to be a side-by-side of the line, isn't it? We've seen it so often in Moto3 and so often here in Mugello. Through Bialdati 1 and 2. The last corner coming up at turn 15. At the Buchanan corner, throwing it in. Hologano's going to be right there. Oncho's got a bit too wide. Alonso's there too. It's a drag race to the line. Who's going to win the Moto3 Italian Grand Prix? Is it Dennis Onchu? Is it going to be Daniel Hologano? It's close to the line. Hologano pulls out. Hologano wins. Hologano at the line wins. KTM are delighted. Onchu second, Sasaki third, fourth Alonso, fifth Masia. Who's going to finish in sixth? It's Vietti. Massive Vietti. Vija sixth. Monrella seventh. Rossi eighth. Nepa ninth. Toba 10th. Altella 11th. Bertoletti 12th. Ogden 13th. Ruda 14th. Yamanaka 15th. Mino 16th. Fanati 17th. Frizzo. Hang on. Frizzo and Suzuki have crashed. So it's Salvador. Nutella, RG, Whiteley, Carrizo, out, Frizzo, Suzuki, Perez, Kelso, finally Artegas. Wow, what a race. And Frizzo has crashed out, Rider okay. Suzuki's crashed out. rider okay on the timing screens. But it's Daniel Hologado by 0.051 of the line to 5 thousandths of Honshu and Sasaki. The top three separated at the line by 0.056. One again of the closest finishes in Moto3 history, and it is the championship leader, Daniel Hologado, who wins it here at Mugello. So it's Daniel Hologado who wins and keeps the advantage of the championship alive as well. Dennis Honshu second and Sasaki completing out the podium in third position. 5 riders all going for it at the line as well. One of the closest top 3 finishes of 0.056 seconds. Mighty good. We'll be back in 7 days' time then for the German Grand Prix at the Sachsenring. From us all here though, bye-bye for now.